you've been around the game so long. I'm curious. It's kind of what we were touching on a little bit ago with the sort of new school and the new way people do this. But you've seen the change. Some people say that it's not as exciting anymore because people fight for points and it's too much. There's too much of a technical approach. Whereas in the old days, the guys just went in there and threw down. I mean, do you see a difference in the way the fighters are even approaching the game, and do you feel it's positive or negative?
Fighters want to be famous. Fighters want to make a lot of money. But we all want to make a lot of money.
Right.
But wanting to be famous is stupid.
Yeah.
Wanting to have fame, to use it as a tool to help your career, that's not stupid. That's the business side of things. Wanting to be famous says to me that you're trying to fill a void of some sort, that you're looking for some sort of gratification that you can't find within yourself. That's a failure, even if you become famous. You haven't done anything. You haven't fixed the issue within yourself. What you've done is you've buttressed it with a bunch of stuff that doesn't mean anything from people that don't even know you. Mm-hmm. So good luck with that.
And in part of that is that how certain people approach social media, and that, do you see that?
Well, I'm sure it is. I mean, it's all a part. It's all intertwined at this point. So you can't pick any one thing and say that this is an exception to that. It's all of it. It's all of it now. It's just the widening scope of what being an entertainer is in this day and age. We're athletes, but we're entertainers too. Yes, fighters do fight for points now. And that's not surprising because any sport or any contest, people will look to game the system. If you sit down and you play Monopoly or Sorry or Parcheesi, which nobody's going to know what that is just about, they're going to read those rules, and there's always going to be those people that are going to go, but if I do this, it doesn't say I can't, and it doesn't say it's against the rules, so I'm going to use this loophole to exploit the system. Fighters are going to be no different. They're going to exploit the system. The 10-point must system, often how judging criteria are determined, and they're going to exploit that system. They're going to go out there, I've only got 5 minutes to work, so I'll work in a different manner. I know what scores. They're going to do that. And the biggest thing is you have to adjust for that. But you can't make those adjustments in MMA because it's just too difficult. Athletic commissions, and no one wants to take a stand. No one wants to make a big sweeping change against anything just in case it might happen to be wrong, and then everyone's going to point the finger at them and say, oh, you ruined it.
But are you pro sort of half points? Are you pro a change?
I'm only pro no 10-point must system for MMA. It doesn't belong. And I'm also pro longer than 5-minute rounds. I don't think 5 minutes is enough anymore. I think 5 minutes has turned into a bit of a sprint, a couple takedowns, and now you've won the round. And I'm also pro having the referees be more a part of the action and to be more vocal and more aggressive in the way that they judge these matches. I think it's pretty obvious how to fight for points. I think it's pretty obvious when people are doing it. And I think it's also pretty obvious that things like fence grabbing should be an automatic deduction now. It's just too late. Eye gouges should be automatic deductions. I mean, it's just, I don't care if it's an accident anymore. It's too late. It's gone on. It is so obvious, and if you ask any fighter, you can get away with so much out there. There's always at least one freebie, if not 2 or 3. So it's got to end. If you don't want people to grab the cage, boom, point. If you're going to use 10-point must system, or even you can just, with pride, they would give you a yellow card. So they got to be more aggressive. You got to push the fighting more. You see a fighter just stalled up against the cage, not doing anything, break them. Their fighters on top, just holding on, break them. Fighters on bottom, just trying to stifle the action. You can penalize the fighter on the bottom. I mean, there's lots of things that can be done, but I believe you need probably a 10-minute first round or something. You just need more time to get stuff working. And so a lot of times at the end of that 5 minutes, it feels like one fighter's just started to get some momentum going, and then it's done. Yeah. The other thing is, I think tournaments. We need one-night tournaments again.
Yeah.
Every combat sport,
no,
absolutely not. Every combat sport, in fact, every competitive sport out there has tournaments. Period. It's just a part of competition.
But Bellator tried it, and unfortunately, too many people end up getting hurt, and so you have an alternate fight.
One tournament in how many years?
I'm saying, Josh.
One tournament and how many tournaments have there really been since that last one?
Yeah.
None. So you can say one attempt over 10 years or something, or had some hiccups, have more.
Yeah.
You have to take the mean of things, not the exception. So, and you know what? Sometimes that happens. Oh well, maybe a new star gets created. Steve Jenham got an opportunity because he got out there and someone got hurt, so he came in and he won UFC 3. I'm not saying Steve Jenham went on to become a great star, but it was still opportunity, right? Now there was something new on the block, something new to talk about. And at its heart, this is not a sport. This is prize fighting. It's not the same.